All right, we are live. Dogbert is joining me here for the finals. This is going to be PlanetKey Dynamics versus Fnatic. Dogbert, how you doing, man?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. How are you? Been watching a lot of games? I literally have just got into the house.
Dude, we saw some awesome games coming out. We do have PlanetKey Dynamics on the Russian side. They're going to be going for a very heavy push, and I got to say, PlanetKey looking pretty strong here today, as we are going to be seeing them pushing very heavily up through Bravo flag. Mort ends up going down. Too easy going to try and take up the slack, and will do so with some nice nade action coming in. We'll be able to get the revive as well. And now he's going to be pushing up heavily into this alpha flag. But look at there with the stop. It's going to be Outsider doing a great job over there towards Medical. Now Mort going to be taking his chance to come back in. Gets taken down, and this is looking fairly decent here for PlanetKey, except for the fact that Valuetaja is now behind them, who is, by the way, Dogbert's favorite player.
Just joining the game now. Sorry about that.
That is perfectly okay. We are going to be checking it out. We do have a back rage coming in here for Mort. He's going to be over here onto the possible alpha flag. Outsider doesn't know that he's here. In fact, Mort, I think, waiting a little bit too long on that push. We do have Garrar, though, with the stop on Unfixed. Garrar actually was he playing for Epsilon there for a little bit as a ringer or as a pickup? I thought he was. Anyways, Valuetaja going to be back up onto this Bravo side of the map. Seen in action going to be down here onto B flag, trying to hold it down. C still in possession of Fnatic, but PlanetKey going to be able to push Fnatic outside. We do have Valuetaja that's still going to be inside over here next to B, but for the most part they have pushed Fnatic outside of the map, and this is really good for them. I mean, they're going to be able to cause a lot of damage, get that bleed heavily in their favor, and if they can win their initial gunfights, because obviously Fnatic's going to have to be playing from a I don't know, at a disadvantage from coming in outside to inside. I think that they're going to be able to really do some damage on this. What do you think, Dog?
Yeah, I think that's about right, but the thing I always quite like about Fnatic is their pushes are quite solid. Like right now I'm just watching Jarrett out here trying to hold back a two-man push out on the A tunnels, and eventually goes down, and just look at that, opens up A completely. No one is really going to be able to counter that from PlanetKey, and that initial hold for them was good, but they couldn't keep it there for long enough, and now they're relegated to that B flag, which is kind of a regular spawn on this map, and now you can see both teams kind of making a run for that C and A, but I think that Fnatic, this is the position they want. They want this AC hold pretty much from the start.
Yeah, absolutely. Garrar's going to be pushing up over here next to the metal detectors. Spots out 2 down in the medical. Should be able to at least, cause a little bit of a distraction, but we are going to be seeing them winning out over here on the Charlie flag. So they are going to be winning that BC hold. Now, Dog, what do you like the BC hold? I mean, do you think that's even a viable tactic on here? Especially since, and just because of the fact that they have the back B spawns. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I mean, the back B spawns are generally why that AC hold is the best, because if you end up getting wiped on C or A, you can end up regularly spawning behind on that B flag. But having the AC hold is good, but you need to keep that middle tunnel control, and that's something Fnatic, as soon as they lost that C hold there, they pushed up, got control of that middle tunnel, didn't push B, which is probably what PlanetKey were expecting, and just retook that C flag, and they're just settling back here for another defense.
Yeah, I definitely like the position here from Fnatic. I think they definitely have the stronger position within this, and that was some nice nades coming in. We'll be able to take down Valuetaja. Now we're going to be seeing a push coming in on the backside of Alpha. Beautiful play coming in here for Scene in action, helping out his teammate. We'll be able to take out the last player. Turns around, Too Easy also going down, and look at that Fnatic just going down. 3 players now. Drunk's also getting taken out. Unfixed, though, going to be getting onto this Bravo flag. Should be able to cap that out for the team. But C is completely undefended, and no team is actually looking at it. So, yeah, it's kind of interesting there. Usually you see at least 1, maybe 2 players trying to eyeball that C flag. But we are not going to see it just quite yet. Scene in action getting taken down on B. We also see Enosia getting taken out as well. So Fnatic just doing a beast job, while PlanetKey had a really good push coming in here on the Alpha flag. It really came down to the fact that they just won out on all of their frags, which Fnatic has, by the way, been doing really well.
Yeah, I just watched Valutaja pick up a one-on-one outside at A, really opened up that flag, and look at this now, Fnatic going to get a full domination cap, and I think just punishing PlanetKey Dynamics, really, for being too slow on the capture.
Yeah.
They get the A flag, but they were leaving 3 people at the flag. They should have moved as quick as possible to get that C or B, or at least move it. They didn't. They're really slow, and Fnatic are just outpacing them right now.
Yes, I completely agree there. Well, that's been the tale of all day. I mean, we have seen it happen time and time again in these matches where the team who ends up setting the pace right from the get-go is the one that always wins because they're able to transition and shift from flags that are not currently being pressured by another team, because it seems to me like a lot of these teams have to basically out-zerg their opponents, and that was a nice pickup there from Too Easy, who, by the way, has been just rocking it all day long. Look at that, 10 and 3. He went plus 20s in the last match against MYM, just beasting it. Yeah, I think that it has to do with the fact that, you know, they're having to zerg in certain flags, and that leaves inadequate defense for the flag that they do have.
I mean, there's 2 schools of thought on really how you play domination. You get your 2 flag hold and just sit there and hunker down and let the bleed do the work for you, or you just rush it really. And I think Fnatic kind of realize that they can do both. And I think PlanetKey really are the ones that are suffering here because they take a flag, but they don't move quick enough off it. They don't really realize where the pressure's coming. They're kind of reacting to Fnatic here, and now Fnatic, after that initial kind of struggle, is really just sitting back now and just causing harm.
Yeah, oh, we have a back rage coming in here for Drunks. That was a beautiful read on this play. Will not be able to pick up the second, but he is going to be stopping that push. That's going to allow Valutaja enough time to come up through connector. And hello, oh no, Outsider with the hip fire. We'll be taking him down, but that's all right because they have enough people there. But really what they have to watch out for is this push coming in here on metal detectors, as we do have 3 players gearing up. And it's going to be unfixed there. That's going to be stopping it right now. Nice pickup there on Scene in action. He knows there's at least one more over there towards metal detectors and pushes it. Ends up getting the trade on it, so it's going to come down to a one-on-one with unfixed. Can he come out on top here? No, he loses it. And what do you think about that play there, Dog? I mean, do you really think he should have been aggressive on that?
I was paying attention to the C flag there because you had Too Easy trying to hold down that C push by himself, and I really missed out on that one. I noticed that they've been putting a lot of pressure on that A flag, and I'm kind of a bit critical of where PlanetKey are putting a lot of their defense here because they're so open and so easy to be surrounded here. And with that, look at that, A is completely open here, and Fnatic can just attack flags at will here. They can go around the back and see if they feel like it, or they can just keep slowly pushing this A flag.
Yeah, we do have Outsider, though, who finally shifted back into Medical. He will be able to hold down in Connector as well as over there onto Metal Detectors. And we did have a stop push on Charlie Flag. That was Garar who ended up stopping that. But look at this, Fnatic. They're gearing up for a major push coming in on Charlie Flag. And that was Valutaja who ended up coming out on top in that exchange. And they will be pressuring over here on C. He ends up going down. No help from his teammates. I think maybe he was just kind of testing the waters to see what was what. Unfixed will be following that back up. He doesn't get a spotting out. We do have, where is he actually at? He's not in the normal spots up on top. No, he is pushed up a little bit further, but gets taken out as well. It's going to be a 1-on-2 situation here where I think it's Garar who needs to hold this down. 1-on-3 actually. And this is really going to be a precarious situation for him to sit in. Has to back up. I think that's a smart move, and they're going to be pressuring it onto B. So I like this move here from PlanetKey, because look at Fnatic. Now they've done a little bit of overcommitment themselves.
Yeah, but they have 2 guys holding down the B flag, and that flag isn't even being captured over right now. And their rotations are coming in kind of nice. They go pick up on Tom there from Trunks, and she goes down. But this is slowing down and giving more time for Fnatic to get a read on where the pressure is, and more importantly, get the spawns in. They're going to lose out on this B flag eventually. Too Easy goes down, but oh, Fnatic unfixed. He was stacking up for that A push. Heard Scene coming, gets a kill on him, and now look at this. As long as they can finish off Jarrett over at this A flag, they're pretty much going to get the hold they need here. But look at those spawns. Jarrett playing smart, waiting out that pressure from Fnatic, forcing Mort to make a run for it, and now Fnatic are going to have to go on the offensive here.
Yeah, I definitely like that play. Smart plays for both of these teams coming in here. Mort will be getting taken down in the backfield, but not before you get some spawns, like you were saying before. Unfixed, going to be back here, and he will be able to take out Gerard, which means that he's going to be staying alive, keeping his push staying alive. Scene in action going to be back up, and this is not the best positioning here on this alpha flag. It's a 2-on-3 really hold. Drunks is going to be back up nice pickup there over into medical. He's going to be able to take out Tom. Spots out another one with that nade spam. Should be able to do some damage, but he does end up getting taken out. Valutaja also going to be stacking up behind him. He gets taken down. So PlanetKey actually with a really good last-minute defense. We do have him pushing back over onto this Bravo flag. I like the rotations. That was a good rotation, I think. They noticed, hey, we've got 4 guys over here on Alpha. We better look over on the Bravo flag, and they were able to at least get some sight on what's going to be happening. But Drunk's going to be coming in from metal detectors. He's going to spot this out. Has basically a free push into Alpha flag. Teammates doing a great job cleaning it up. And PlanetKey, while they did even it up quite a bit, they just weren't able to hold on to it.
It's always the case, and Fnatic's pressure, even though they might fail once or twice, they keep doing it, and they make their opponents worried that they're going to switch up the attack to another flag, and it really just starts to worry their opponents here. And that ticket bleed is really what the problem is for PlanetKey Dynamics right now. They need to get it off their back, because seriously, Fnatic are perfectly happy just sitting back here. They really are, and that's what they're going for.
Yeah, and they will be able to get that Charlie push, but as they get that C burn, guess what? We have Drunks, who, by the way, he should change his name to Sneaky, because this man right here can get on the flags like nobody's business. I mean, on Paracel Storm, on Lockers, on any map that he plays, Go Mode Railway, he is just always back capping and getting the caps that they need. A slight little trip cap coming in there. A flag will be getting taken down. We do have Drunks there with the stop from metal detectors. Very nice plays there. Yeah, so it's not looking too good once again for PlanetKey, as they just can't get the bleed in their favor for too long. They've been able to even it up quite a bit, but they haven't been able to take the lead, I don't think, at all in this game.
Yeah, I'm watching a scene here. Finally, they decided to defend the A flag from in deep, and it's not going to go well though. They rush out that corner, and Valutaja just finishes them off, and that's going to be an A capture here. And really, PlanetKey are just faltering here. They were doing quite well for a while, but they're just getting slowed down by Fnatic. And as soon as one player from Fnatic gets a 2-man, 3-man kill, they just take the flag for it easy.
Yeah, this reminded me of the MYM match that we just watched versus Fnatic, where it was very, very even all the way up until the very end, and then all of a sudden, Fnatic kicked it in the high gear. MYM started making stupid decisions, and I mean, it just came down to who made the least amount of mistakes. And right now, Fnatic is not making any, as they do get that trip cap. Mort with that pistol going to be coming around the corner with the, yeah, able to pick that up. Can he make it too? He can. And that C flag is going to be staying in their possession because Drunks come in from behind. And that is it. 69. This is exactly the same ticket count from the last round for Fnatic. 69 tickets. They are looking hot right now. Dogbert, what do you think of that match? Do you think PlanetKey can even come back?
I think it's going to be a tough order here. I think they're going to switch server now to the German one. But 69 tickets is a significant lead. And I think usually, recently, we've been seeing teams really come down to the wire when it comes down to Locker right now. So I really don't see PlanetKey getting back in this. I mean, just look at Too Easy and Valutaja. Like 21, 20 kills, really just very aggressive players. And when they perform well, the entire team pretty much comes out the victor. I mean, those two guys are so damn good, and they rise to the occasion sometimes. And PlanetKey are a good team. They're a good or well-rounded team, but work on team play and, you know, solid rotations and so on. But Fnatic have just got that little extra. They can do massive plays, and pretty much every single one person on that team can do it.
Well, yeah, exactly. Anybody can show up on that particular team anytime they want to. But another thing that I want to point out too is that Fnatic, not only are they good at just, you know, they're good on their rotations, they're good on their decisions, but they're good on their frags. I mean, they can just frag with the best of them, and especially when you get players, you know, like Too Easy, who just starts, hey, you know what? I'm gonna heat up today and go drop a 20 bomb. You know, I just feel like it. Or, you know, even Unfixed is doing a great job.
I just need to message in nice graphics you got in the background there. Out of all the ones you can put in for the Go4,
which one?
It happened to be one involving me having makeup put on.
Yeah.
I mean, did you do that on purpose, or did that just happen?
No, actually, that just happened. What I ended up doing was going to their Flickr account, I think it was, and grabbing all of the photos that were on there and throwing it on there. So it just happened to be there, dog. I swear.
Okay, I'll let you off, man. I'll let you off.
If it was something really embarrassing, then I would have purposely put that in there.
I don't think there's any real embarrassing pictures of me from that event, so I think I survived on that one.
See, here's the thing too. If I probably would have went there was a couple of those matches. Like if I was casting the Pyrogen Fnatic match, I guarantee you that there would have been times where I would be standing up and like hooting and hollering, because I get very animated. If you guys have ever seen me, cast when I don't have my camera on or whatever, my webcam's on, I'm very animated when I cast. And yeah, I'd probably fall out of my chair. It would be caught like right on stream. It would be like the one moment that they watched the casters.
Yeah, no, I was watching that game because I was having casting that one. Because you know why? I was looking at it and I was thinking, right, Fnatic going to win this one 2-0, so I would rather watch the next game. And because I think that one will be a lot closer. I think it was MYM versus Epsilon. No, it can't have been. It was UMAV versus MYM. So I turned down Fnatic versus Pyro because I assumed it would be a 2-0 wipe. And you know, UMAV and MYM have been going back and forth in some amazingly close games recently. I wanted to watch that, and then I'm watching it. And I'm just like, oh my god, this game is absolutely insane. And seriously, easily one of the best and biggest surprises of the tournament. Fnatic going out like that. And they got dominated. It wasn't even close.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal. But anyways, they are definitely making some roster changes. They made some changes with Drunks. And they have come back, and they are definitely a team to be reckoned with. We are ready. Okay, I think this is going to be live. Anyways, I would say that it was a slight little surprise on the last EMS. I did not expect Epsilon to 2-0 them. I thought that it would definitely go to a third map. But then again, that second map was Go Mode Railway. It was Go Mode Railway, right?
In the map between Fnatic and Pro?
Epsilon. I'm talking about for the EMS Cup last week.
Yeah,
yes, I think it was. They played Epsilon on that map for the Go4, and Epsilon crushed them basically. So that wasn't a surprise.
Yeah, Epsilon have done well on that map.
Yeah, that is a map that Epsilon is really, really good at. So it wasn't surprising that they won that. Yeah, but to be honest with you, I didn't think that it would go to a 2-0. But Epsilon looking really, really good. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see him today, as they did not sign up for the Go4. But they were looking strong in Go4 last week. They're looking strong in EMS. Do you think that we might be seeing Epsilon start to, because this happened last time, where Epsilon came back and they started winning a bunch of stuff?
Right now, I kind of feel Fnatic have probably got the better lineup in general, but I think Epsilon's team is pretty good as well. I mean, literally right now in BF4 competitive scene, there are two teams that are going to win everything, and it's Epsilon and Fnatic.
Yeah.
they both of these teams came out from the last EMS suffering quite embarrassing losses in both their respective games, in their opinions. MYM absolutely bullied Epsilon and destroyed them in one of their games. Obviously, Fnatic also beat Epsilon, and then obviously Pyrogen annihilating Fnatic. Both those teams lost heavy, and they had something to prove coming out of it. Both of those teams bringing in some new blood, and really, I think that they are the ones that want to win the most, more than anything right now.
Yeah, absolutely. But right now, we are going to be having a heavy B push here for Fnatic, as it will be successful, finally cleaning up the last player. No, seen in action, still going to be left back up. Will be able to get too easy, and now he's going to pressure in onto the Alpha flag. Nobody there for Fnatic to clean this up. Unfixed also gets taken down over here onto B, and we're seeing a quick trip cap coming in here for PlanetKey Dynamics. If Inosi can hold on, and he does on the Charlie flag, he will be able to keep that flag and save it, and now Fnatic going to be on the back foot right from the get-go. This is the start that PlanetKey needed to come out with. I got to tell you what, this cannot be more of a morale booster, man.
Yeah, this is definitely what you need. Full cap straight off the bat, but they needed to get a few of the white. They needed to get another clean wipe straight after that to give themselves a very, very big lead. You can already see now that Fnatic already trying to get control of that central tunnel, and if they get that, they can go around the back of C, or they can just pressure A, and it all comes down to where the picks are. And if any of the PlanetKey guys get dropped now, they will take whichever flag they get the kill at.
Yeah, and that was some beautiful nade action coming in here for Unfixed, and they will be able to get that Alpha flag and possibly actually push Yeah, they're going to get a trip cap of their own. Look at this, dog. As we're seeing a complete wipe. There's only one player left back up. That's going to be Gerard, as he's going to try and make his way back over here towards Alpha Flag. C did end up getting taken down, so not quite a trip cap just yet. I called that a little bit too soon. But 188 to 167, not the lead that they wanted to get. You're absolutely correct, but definitely not bad at all as they came out of the gate. It gave them that initial little boost. Unfixed here, over here in medical, trying to hold on. We'll be able to take out Tom. Nice job there. Possibly going to make it a two-piece. Does. Trades out with them, but we have seen in action. Going to be pushing back up. Gets taken out by a nade. Draw, the only one back up. Does he wait for spawns or does he try and pressure this? I think he needs to pull back and wait for spawns, as he will be doing just that. There you go. Seen in action. Getting taken out almost instantly, though. And Nosy has to watch out for a back rage coming in. That was going to be too easy with the beautiful pickup. And possibly a second one. No. Gets taken down, but now more with the cleanup, and that is going to be all for Alpha Flag. B Flag in that exchange will be getting taken over here. Drunk going to be trying to save that for his teammates. Spots out one. We'll be able to take out him. Sorry, guys, burping a little bit, but he's going to be trying to re-push back over here. Going to be providing some spawns for his teammates. B Flag will be getting capped, I believe, here in just a second, as Valutage going to be making his way back in once he gets a spawn.
Oh my god, Scene just completely missed where Morty was there, eventually catches the kill on him. And you can see PlanetKey are just playing a very fast game here. They're not settling down to defend any of these flags. They're just rushing. And Fnatic got very lucky that they managed to expect that push on B was happening. But they overwhelmed it, and PlanetKey already left it straight off the bat. They got half a capture and then just ran. And then that's back and forth. And PlanetKey are just playing a very fast game here, not really settling back. They defend this A flag, but that's the only one really, and I kind of think it might work out for them, but only if they get the kills, and Fnatic just seem to be getting them all the time.
Yes, they do. Now we do have Gerard trying to come out and save this A flag. Will not be able to do so. Tom comes out, though, also getting taken down, and that was going to be Mort with the nice pickup there. Bravo Flag going to be getting flashed as well. Like you were saying, really not just trying to defend any of these flags. C Flag has been left pretty much alone the entire time. We do have Too Easy back up onto B. He ends up getting taken down. Unfixed, though, up top. Can he make the stop on Bravo Flag? He is getting captured by PlanetKey. 162-134. This is by no means over in this game. PlanetKey definitely has the chance to come back, but Valutage getting out onto that Charlie flag. Alpha was getting defended there. Tom going to be making his way in onto A. I think he's being a little bit too aggressive there onto this A flag. Pull back on medical. We do have Inosi, though, there, so he should be okay. And at the same time, we do have Outsider going to be pressuring in onto B flag.
Yeah, and just really solid play right now from PlanetKey Dynamics, and Too Easy going a bit mental in chat, but that's to be expected. It is Too Easy after all.
It is too easy.
I mean, PlanetKey are doing what they need, and they have got a lead here, but it's not what the ones they really need. They need a lot more tickets, and Fnatic here just trying to slow this game down just on their positions right now. Spread across the board, kind of set places. Oh, wow. Who was that?
Did you see Drunks? That was Drunks right there with the two-piece pickup, waiting there. Waited until they showed their hand at that rock and just took them both out. That was a beautiful play.
Yeah, and that shuts down all pressure on C, and their positions are really paying off now. Drunks and Valutage, I think Valutage got some work on those two as well, and now you can kind of see PlanetKey grouping up outside of metal detectors and not really making much play here, and just getting contained by Fnatic, and that's something we see time and time again with teams against Fnatic.
Yeah, absolutely. Too Easy might actually be able to make this stop here. It's a two-man push coming in onto the Bravo side of the map. He spots out one, able to take him down, and I don't think anybody followed up. No, Gerard actually not following him. Waited a little bit, but that could be to his advantage as he will be making his way onto that Bravo flag. We do have Too Easy jumping back down. Here's them. We'll be able to get the hipfire spray. Nice job there. And now C and B will be firmly into the grasp of Fnatic once again. And, you know, it's like you were stating before, Fnatic is perfectly okay with just bleeding down tickets, just waiting this out. They don't have to play the aggressive game. They don't have to play to get these trip caps anymore because they already have the lead. They have 69 tickets in their favor. 70 tickets, basically. So, I mean, they're sitting pretty right now. They're smiling.
Yeah, the only way that PlanetKey can really come back here is get a good 2-3-man cap and get a few wipes on the board and really just play very aggressive. Fnatic are just doing a really good job of getting the frags and keeping the flags, and finally PlanetKey get a 2-flag hold here, but I kind of feel it's not going to be for very long. Look at Fnatic 2easy, kind of in a race here to get himself into A, but he gets taken down to metal detectors. But revives coming, PlanetKey doing what they need, but really, Brett, they've just not been able to hold flags whenever Fnatic go on the offensive.
Yeah, and right now Fnatic is going to be gearing up for an A push. We do have Value Taja as well as Unfixed and 2easy going to be shaping up for a push down to connector. Now, we do have seen in action with a back rage, huge back rage actually, will be able to take out 2easy, stops it for just a few seconds. That's going to allow Tom time to gear back up over here for connector. Can he make this stop? Misses the, that was huge right there, dog. You cannot be missing those shots like that. Fortunately, he had a teammate that was able to back him up and holds on narrowly by Drunks, but that could have been really disastrous for PlanetKey as they are trying to make the way back up into this matchup. They have about 30 tickets here, 35 tickets or so to play with. Not a whole lot, but I gotta say, I like this positioning. I like this AB hold if they can get the frags. But I mean, honestly, they haven't been really throughout this entire second round.
Yeah, and just looking at Fnatic here, whenever they attack, especially on this A tunnel out here, they attack in force, 3 or 4 people. So even if there is one defender, if he even kills 2 or 3, he won't get the 4th, and that guy will get the revive, and then PlanetKey is stuck in the same position they were before.
Oh
but
my
solid
God.
defending from Enozy and Cena, and that holds that A flag, and Fnatic there almost get a complete clean wipe, but those spawns are favouring them, and that's over on B, and here the attack continues once again.
Yeah, right as I said they weren't getting the frags that they needed, they absolutely did. But unfortunately, do you think that they have the rotations? They don't. As we saw Tom trying to make his way out to Charlie flag, will not be able to get that flag. So now 2-5 bleed will be back into their favor. Seen in action, going to be jumping back over. He's going to be able to spot out Drunks, takes him down, but you know, I don't think that they have the positioning here. 2easy, going to be able to take out one himself. He does go down, but Unfixed right there with the nade spam. Even if he doesn't get this kill right now, he's just delaying the inevitable. I mean, 96, 69. I don't see PlanetKey coming back from this right now, as honestly, Fnatic just outplaying him. Charlie push completely shut down. Alpha flag completely shut down. It's now going to be going to a trip cap in favor of Fnatic.
Yeah, definitely. And this is exactly the only position that PlanetKey could have wanted, really, if they wanted to try and win this game. Punish their opponent, get the capture on trip cap, and hold their opponents down in the B flag, and just look at where Drunks is going to shut down this solo push onto A. And with that, really, the last hope, I feel, for PlanetKey. And they're just going to get contained. And there's that wipe I was talking about, and this is exactly what you need if you want to win, and it's going to be Fnatic.
Yeah, that was a beautiful pickup there for Drunks, able to get the 2-piece at the very end just to seal the deal. If you're going to end out on the finals, that's a way to end it out on. So nice job there. Let's take a look at the KDs right now for Fnatic. Well, they're actually leaving the server, but 20-8 for Drunks, 21-8, as he was really beasting it up through this entire matchup. I mean, really, what can you say? Fnatic showing up and definitely taking it by force. PlanetKey, though, you can't count them out. I mean, It's been the problem, and I've stated this through all of the matches that I've been casting today. Positioning, positioning, positioning. Nobody is positioning themselves correctly. And then with positioning comes transitions. The transitions were horrible for some of these teams. I mean, as we saw with PlanetKey, they were overcommitting in certain areas, and then they just plain were leaving flags undefended. I mean, there were several times where Alpha flag, there was nobody there, and Fnatic just walked in and was like, hey guys, I'm going to take this flag from you. So, I mean, you know, I think that right now PlanetKey has the ability to be up in that top. I mean, they are a top level team, but they have the ability to take down Fnatic as well as, you know, or not, but Dignitas, as well as, you know, MYM, all of these teams, Pyrogen. But unfortunately, they're just not. I don't know. It's like their communication isn't on par.
I kind of feel that what went wrong for PlanetKey at one point in that game is when they kind of got stopped at one point, when their initial rushes start to fall apart, I think at that point from then on their communication also started to go bad. Yeah. And they started to pick which flags to take, but people wouldn't know just generally in their heads where they were going to go. And I think Fnatic really had a set plan on what they wanted and what they wanted out of every exchange. And I really feel that PlanetKey just didn't have that. So they had moments of indecision that really, really cost them. Well, Fnatic were always on the move. And it's fine to be caught out of position sometimes, but as long as it's part of an overall plan to do something, then it's okay. But as soon as that communication breaks down, people don't know where they're going, people start bunching up, and the other team ends up getting all the flags they need.
Yeah, absolutely. So congratulations there to Fnatic, as they will be able to take another Go4 in their favor. Dogbert, what do you think is going to happen for this EMS? Because as you saw, because you obviously cast the last one, we saw Fnatic losing out to Epsilon. We saw a couple of other upsets. What do you think we're going to be seeing for this week?
Well, this week I think it's obviously, unless there is a big upset in the tournament, because right now an upset is anyone beating Fnatic in Epsilon, and I think that is going to happen eventually. But right now I don't see it being quite the case. I think every team is still playing catch up right now. Just kind of looking at the scores in the previous games, because MYM really have been slow to get back into the cups recently.
They have, yeah.
Same with everyone else, really. And Pyrogen is one of the teams that might be able to cause these big upsets. Obviously, PlanetKey are there as well, but really, it's the Fnatic Epsilon show in BF competitive scene right now, and it's going to be whichever those teams are better on the day, and they'll get to the final, no doubt about it, in EMS. And I think everything will start kicking up. So what? We've got the 14th, that'll be the next EMS. Then we've got on the 21st, that'll be the 4th Cup. And then we got the group stages at the end of this month. And we found last time, but it's the group stages when everything started to get a little bit crazy. Teams that should be winning started losing, and the practice started to pay off. And then, obviously, we got the final next month, and oh well. Teams that we didn't expect to do well at all ended up coming out and absolutely smashing people.
Yeah,
so I expect next week it probably won't be too different, but I expect changes on the 4th and the group stages.
Yeah, I completely agree with you there. Also, the fact that some of these teams, once they secure their spot, they kind of tail off a little bit. I mean, Fnatic and Epsilon, they pretty much secure their spots within the group stages. They're going to get in. I mean, placing first and second in both of those, they have 175 points I think right now, out of the total possible if you win all 400. So I think they're going to make it just fine. Yeah, it should be interesting to shape up. Guys, if you want to go check this out, it will be cast on ESL TV _BF4. Tuesday at what time is it, Euro time? Because I don't know what it is.
European time, I think it's 7 o'clock, because I end up starting at 6, because lovely UK time. So it's a long day for me.
Hey, I don't want to hear it, broski, because I'm at work and I would love to be there. Okay? Here's the thing, guys. Right when I'm about to go back to work for lunch, I can catch maybe the first round of the first match, and then I have to leave. And then throughout all of that, I have to hide my phone in my pocket with the stream on and listen to it and make sure my bosses don't see me in order to keep up with what's going on. And then of course I can catch usually the last match there towards the end. So, but anyways, thank you guys for all showing up. We do appreciate that. And we hope to see you coming out for the EMS. That's going to be taking place on Tuesday. And then thank you, Dogbert, for showing up and casting the finals. Always enjoy casting with you. If you want to follow him, you can on at Dignitas Dogbert. You can follow me on Twitter at BrettFX. You can also hit that follow button down below, where I'll be casting more than just ESL. I'll be doing the WL 10v10s. I'll be doing the BBL League 5s and the Level BFs 32s on Saturday. So once again, appreciate y'all coming out. And Dog, thank you. You have any last words?
Not really, except from obviously we need to get a vote going to try and get Brett to the EMS finals. I think that would be amazing.
I would love that. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. And then, of course, you can have all the embarrassing photos of me falling out of chairs and getting makeup put on and all that kind of good stuff. So I'm all for that. I'll take the bullet, Dog. I'll take the bullet. So anyways, guys, thank you. We'll see you next Sunday, sharp, 9 a.m. Eastern, 1500 CET. Take it easy.